Here's Castle. And the call will be against Cade Cunningham. That's his first foul of the game.
His first personal foul. First team foul.
And here's Albuquerque now. Here's Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher. George for three.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Despite entering his 30s, Anthony Davis is not slowing down, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. And last year, AD put up the best rebounding numbers of his career. And his shooting percentage also very high. And just watching him, Davis is still an all-NBA caliber player, capable of taking over on both ends.
Ooh, he dialed that one up from long distance.
So helpful for Zion's confidence to be able to knock down shots like that. It's just going to make him play with so much more reckless abandon.
Now here's Banchero. Over George. Banchero no good. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for New York. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Banchero. Castle for three. And it's New York with a rebound. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Williamson. It's deflected. Here's Drexler. That three's off the mark. And here's New York now. Now George. Williamson for three. Davis with a rebound. And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul of the game.
And that puts them just one foul from the bonus.
Albuquerque making a switch here. Here's Castle. Stolen. For three, George. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
George, right side. And here's Reeves outside. New York again, can't hit.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's Castle. It's rebounded by George.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Here's Morrison. New York again, can't hit. And stolen by Reeves. In transition. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Drills it from deep.
SGA doesn't rely on the three to get his points, but man, when it's falling, watch out.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh my God, that was impressive. How many guys can flush it like this man?
Not many, that's for sure. He can really fly.
And the defense knows this. Somebody has to come over to contest.
The shot by Reeves, no good.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Here's Drexler. Morrison with a rebound. And there's James from the arc. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's Drexler. Off target from outside. And here's New York now. They trail by one. Here's Morrison. Fires in the triple.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
James with a steal. Here's Reeves. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. Pass to Castle. Here's Drexler. Fires from deep. Doesn't go for him. And so the first quarter is in the books. New York out in front, up 4. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for New York.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
Pass to Levine. Oh, and the jam by Levine.
That's the sauce right there. I mean, every night, Levine approaches the rim like it's a dunk contest.
Back to George. Outside, Green. 5 to shoot. Here's Morrison. Clarkson grabs a miss.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Here's Thompson. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Austin Reeves picks one up.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
And Brent, 2 of the best athletes in the league are brothers, Ausar and Amen Thompson.
These guys are absolutely off the charts in terms of their elite ability to get up off the floor. And Ausar came in a little less heralded than his brother, but he might have a slight advantage in a very important category, and that's shooting the ball.
Nice shot by George.
And George's guys encourage him to just fire away. They know he's lethal from there.
Oh, Levine burns him inside.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Pass to Towns. The ball's knocked loose. Now here's Williamson, guarded by Banchero. For 3, James. That's good, and it's Williamson with the assist. James has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. To the inside. Banchero. No luck on that one. Ooh, nice D from George. The fader. And James gets it to go. James has got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, not every guy goes for the mid-range, but LeBron, definitely not every guy.
Back to Thompson. Here's Levine. Paul George pulls down the board. And so it's Green who brings up the ball for New York. They lead by the biggest margin of the game at 9. Here's George. Oh, and the dunk by George.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
Albuquerque calls timeout. Making a switch here. 1:36 left to play in the first half. Pass to Thompson. To end the run. Back to Levine. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's New York with a rebound. Here's Williamson. And he goes with the big dunk right over Alperen Sengun.
Yeah, so fun to watch him get fancy on any finish. Zion, again to the rack.
Pass to Castle. Up top, Levine. 54 seconds left in the first half of this one.
And the wingspan coming into play for SGA, just getting on top of that one.
Cunningham looking it over. Back to Williamson. Now here's Cunningham. to the left wing. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Williamson for three. And another shot. Here's Howard. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't take the lid off. Castle for three. Here's Adams. James with the block.
That anticipation off the charts. Great job by LeBron to deny that one.
Here's Levine for three. The shot no good. Paul George, he's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for New York. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. Back after this. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. New York leading by 13. Kicks it out to Williamson. He drops it from range. Williamson's got 8.
Zion showing he can get the hands moving too. Quick release on that bucket.
And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
Now here's Banchero. Pass to Drexler. Launches it. Banchero no good. And at this point, they're loving this big lead.
Absolutely. And they haven't really faced a lot of resistance.
And here's Cunningham. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Off target from three-point range.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Here's Drexler. And he slams it in one-handed.
Already an excellent passer at his position. Banchero just loves showing off his court vision.
Williamson with it. And it's Şengün picking him up. Williamson outside. From deep. Rebound, Anthony Davis. And stolen by Williamson. Here's Williamson. And Williamson throws it down.
And how agile was Zion on that dunk.
Albuquerque calls timeout.
Coming onto the floor for the away team.
Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Drexler. It's rebounded by Olajuwon. New York leading by 16. Here's Williamson, defended by Şengün. Here's Levine for three. Şengün with it.
2 minutes.
Left side Levine. Oh, and the jam by Levine.
So good at getting elevated. Levine rises up and hammers it down.
Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's the three. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound. To the middle. Here's Şengün. Blocked! In transition, here they come! Here's Olajuwon. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. New York shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
At the line for 2.
The first one falls. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Here's Levine for three. Oh, the long-range prowess of Levine.
And with how well Levine attacks the bucket, defensively, you almost have to give him space to shoot threes.
.11 left in the third quarter. Here's Morrison. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Morrison's got 5.
He means business. Unlikely to be a comeback on his watch.
Well, he's grabbed the tee and a blanket because he's putting this one to bed.
Proving once again, Levine is not all dunks and threes.
Here's George. After the basket by Albuquerque on the other end. Drew the contact from long range, and he almost got the hoop to fall. Instead, he'll shoot 3 at the line. And over the last few years, SGA has emerged as an all-NBA level player, Brent. What's been the key to his success?
I think the key, BA, to him is his confidence. I think that he feels like he is overlooked on a nightly basis and does not get the respect he deserves. So he comes in with that chip on his shoulder, and he plays the entire game coming at any defense that people throw at him.
And he nails the third. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Banchero right side. Drilled from 11 feet out. Banchero's gotten his second bucket of the game.
His ability to shoot off the catch is a big plus. Banchero has quick reactions, a really versatile scorer.
And it's powered home by Towns.
He slams it home and gets some extra camera time chilling on the rim.
Yeah, he did spend a little time up there, didn't he? Here's Edey. And all around the rim that time before dropping. Edey's got his first 2 points.
And with his height and his touch, he can be deadly from mid-range.
That's a staple of his offensive attack, and proving once again he can do some damage from that area.
And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. New York out in front. They lead by 14. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling here on 2K Sports. Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Here's Drexler. On the wing, Thompson. Pass to Şengün. Here's Drexler. Launches it from deep. Williams grabs the board. Outside Reeves. 4-3. That one's in. Coming off a nice dish from Williamson.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Here's Morrison. And a nice finish on the layup. And New York leads by 16.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
And it's Drexler missing. And here's New York now. Outside Reeves. Pass to Morrison. Now James. Defended by Thompson. There's the three. It's rebounded by Şengün. And it's Şengün with the ball for Albuquerque. The three from Thompson. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Shot from the low post is good.
Good work down low. I mean, I like how confident Thompson is from this area.
Pass to James. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. The three is up. And it's Albuquerque with a rebound.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
New York leading by 14. Here's James. Thompson with the block.
What you love about Thompson is his versatility at both ends of the floor. He's even able to block shots like that. They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
So both teams making some changes here. And here's Albuquerque now. And the basket is good. The call goes his way, and we could be looking at a three-point play here.
That's his first personal foul.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for New York.
What a performance for Beyond the Arc in this game. They stuck to their guns, and it's paid off all game.
We also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace. And that's produced some easy scores.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to them at all times.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
Yeah, how about the ferocity from Banchero? Not messing around on the drive.